Hi, welcome to the 6 month rule, a 4 week Bible study through the book of Philippians. For those of you who were unable to attend the first week of the class, a couple different stories and maybe some questions that might help you get mentally prepared to join the class during the second week. Approximately 9 years ago, my brother in law was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer. And while he was dealing with the physical battle and struggles um, involved with pancreatic cancer, my family traveled to West Plains to be with his to help with some different projects around the house and various other things that were needed at the time. And while we were there, the septic system backed up and flooded their basement. For most of us, it was a pretty frantic time trying to clean up and to stop the backflow of the septic into the basement. But I remember David's reaction. He was so calm, almost happy in the situation. And as I noticed it, I asked David, "Hey man, with all this going on, how are you able to act like this?" He looked at me. He said, "Trey, I might only have 6 months left to live. I don't have time for this kind of stuff to get me upset." It really made me think. If we only had 6 months left to live, how would we react to some circumstances? How would we treat the people in our lives? What are the things that we would do, the things that we would say, so that, unfortunately, when the day of our funeral came, the people could stand up and say the things that we would hope that they could say? Now, we've all been to some funerals where we hear the things that people want to say, and in some situations, we sit out in the audience and think, that's not even close to the person I knew. And there are other times we go to funerals and they say all these amazing things, and we nod our head and we know, yeah, that was the person. That was the person. So the 6 month rule is a study that helps us to start identify the identity that we hope for. As we think about the life that we live and how people are experiencing us in that process, is the person that we hope to be the same person that other people are seeing in us? Are we saying the words so that the other people will know that we're the kind of person that we hope to be? Chris Argyris, a former teacher at Harvard, talks about two theories in action. He talks about an espoused theory that each of us has, who we hope to be or who we think or say will be under circumstances, and a theory in use. In other words, who are we actually in those particular situations? And for us as human beings, there is going to be a little bit of a gap between who we hope to be and who we are. We're human, we're not perfect. And yet, we can pay attention to those things and try to align or make more congruent our actions, the things we say, the things that we do, and align those to that identity or who we hope to be for other people. As you consider this and you think about who you want to be, paying attention to those particular actions, some specific Bible verses or verses from Philippians that you might take a look at in Philippians chapter 1, verses 9 and verse 21. In chapter 2, verse 2, chapter 3, verses 12 through 21, and in chapter 4, 8 and verses 8 and 9. I hope to see you again see you for the second week of the Bible study, and I look forward to the study and time together. Thanks.